there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent Training. Welcome to our Word of the Day series, where we talk about pronunciation in American English of words you'd like help with. We had a request for the pronunciation of some brand names, so we'll cover a few in this video, and then we'll come back to it and add some more because, of course, there are many brands out there. And many of the brands that we talk about in American English are not American brands. And so we have, of course, the original language for the brand. There's going to be one pronunciation. And then there's going to be how Americans say it. So I'm going to be presenting to you how Americans say these brand names. And, I know I'll get some comments about that it should be a different way in the original language. And my philosophy on that is that it's great to know both. It's to be able to say the name of the brand in the original language, the way it's pronounced in that language. But realistically, you may not be understood when speaking with other English speakers if you use a quote-unquote correct pronunciation. So if you know how the majority of Americans pronounce a brand name, that is another acceptable pronunciation. And it doesn't mean that the other way is wrong. But if you know both, then you can use which one you choose. And you have that backup to say, to say it in a way that an American is going to understand you, you're going to want to use the American pronunciation. So first of all, we have the brand Louis Vuitton. And so I'm saying that the American way, Louis Vuitton. They're not too far off the French way. French is going to be more like Louis Vuitton. They don't have that N, they have a nasalized vowel. But looking at it if you're going to think about the American way, your Louis is similar. You're going to have more of a first syllable stress, Louis, versus Louis, Louis, Louis. My French accent is not great. The second word, Vuitton, is going to have second syllable stress, so an unstressed I sound in the first syllable, like in did or Victor, and then an open ah vowel for the letter O here at the end, Vuitton, Louis Vuitton. And so we'll say a true T there because we have second syllable stress. So Louis Vuitton. Then next we have Gucci. Again, not too far off the original language pronunciation, but of course there's going to be differences in these different sounds. So if you want to sound American, be understood by Americans, you're going to have first syllable stress, and your first syllable is going to sound like goo with a rounded oo vowel. And then your two C's are going to say what we write as CH, often in American English, with your I saying E. So Gucci, first syllable stress. Then looking at LaCroix, even though this looks kind of like a French name, this is actually from my home state of Wisconsin. And they, I think, did a little bit of a campaign to help people pronounce it correctly. And they said they paired it with the word enjoy. So that's a strategy I use as well to help you remember how to pronounce names. Pair it with a familiar word that you know you're pronouncing correctly that has a similar stress pattern and similar vowels. And that will really help you a lot. So just like enjoy has second syllable stress, LaCroix has second syllable stress. And that first word sounds like la, vowel schwa, la, and then Croix rhymes with boy or joy. So we'll write that with O-Y. That's a very typical way to spell the oi vowel. So LaCroix. Then the German brand Stihl, again, in German, it would be different, probably Stihl. They have the SH sound for S's. It's just like our word to steal or steal. These two are the same. And we just have a tense E sound and steal, eel, a dark L. So you're going to kind of have a little bit of an E-yol, steal, although it's all one syllable, so go quickly through those. Steal. And then lastly, the brand Bebe has first syllable stress, and these E's is just like saying the word bee to be twice, or bee like the insect, with saying the first one a little bit longer and the second one a little shorter, Bebe. So these are very practical words for some people, maybe less used by others, but certainly the complication of either coming from another language, looking like they come from another language, and then having multiple correct pronunciations, both the original and the American, can make them a little bit confusing. If one of these is something that you use, you want to practice saying it by itself and then also practice using it in some short phrases. If you have a brand you'd like to request that I can include in my next video where I talk about this, feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. And of course, as always, you can make a request for your word of the day on any video, and I'll add it to my list to cover in an upcoming class. I'll be back again tomorrow with another word of the day class, as well as on Friday, we'll have our live question and answer class where you can attend, write your questions in the comments, and I'll answer them live. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye guys. See you tomorrow.